Welcome to Realm 3 Studio podcast. I just wanted to take a moment and introduce myself and share a little bit of my story so you kind of have an idea of where I'm coming from and why I'm wanting to do these podcasts. So my name is Rick DeWeese, and I grew up in an abusive home. My father was an abuser in every aspect you can think of, some forms more severe than others. But I grew up with the occasional physical abuse. If I was an inconvenience or an annoyance to him, or if he just wanted to assert his authority, it would be the occasional backhand in the mouth or a slap in the head or a shove out of the way. And so the physical abuse was not near as severe. Then the neglect was there, as he was an over-the-road trucker for a lot of years in my childhood. So he was absent a lot, but when he was around, he was a heavy drinker. And there was always some form of abuse going on when he was around. So the neglect left me feeling unnurtured and unprotected. He was also abusive to my mom and my siblings. But the other forms of abuse was the verbal abuse was very severe. That was almost constant anytime I heard his voice. And so I learned to believe what he said that I was, which was worthless and stupid and so many other things. And so I carried a lot of that into my adulthood and formed coping mechanisms and whatnot, and learned how to process things in a very unhealthy way. The other form of abuse was sexual abuse, and that started as early as I can pinpoint it at 3 years of age, and it ended at 9 years of age. And so it did have a major impact in my life as far as struggling with my own identity and trying to understand what love was and who I was in his eyes and in my own eyes. So with all of that combined, I obviously grew up with a lot of confusion and chaos in my own life. I became self-harming, and I had no self-esteem. I was had a lot of inner anger and rage. So as I began to grow and process some of these things and realizing the impact that it was making on my life, I discovered my faith in Jesus Christ, and that really helped launch me forward into pursuing what it really means to become more than just a product of my past. So I hope that you'll tune in and subscribe and join us, and that you'll get as much out of it as we will in putting these together. So thank you for coming. Thank you for listening.